Well, good evening, cyber friend. It's me, the man, coming at you again from Walk of Music with yet another word for the day, people. Matter of fact, it's late Saturday night. We thank God for life, health, and strength. We thank Him for it, whether it is. We also thank Him for each and every one of you, cyber friend. We call this video today the Jesus Way. The Jesus Way. People, a lot of time we can get ourselves in a predicament when we fail to do things our way instead of doing it the Jesus way. First of all, I'm going to remind everybody of the Beatitude, Sermon on the Mount. Jesus gave specifics. In other words, he told the people then, as he's speaking to us now, the way it was done and what he say do. In other words, Jesus told them of the way it was spoken of in the law. But he said, now I say this. You got to remember now one thing. Jesus is the one that gave the law as well. The finger of God wrote on tablets of stone in Mount Sinai, given to Moses. This is the same God that was standing on the mount, on this mountain there during the sermon there that Jesus spoke when he gave the Beatitudes. He said, you have heard that it has been said of them in old, that love your enemies, love your friends, in other words, hate your enemies. Jesus didn't say that. Jesus said, but I say this, love your enemies, pray for them that despitefully use you. Then he said, great will be your reward in heaven. He said, if your enemy is hungry, feed him. If he thirsts, give him drink. In other words, this was the Jesus way. Now people, be honest. Be honest now. Put yourself there. We all been there. That is the last thing you want to do. That is the last thing you want to do is treat people that treat you wrong. The last thing you want to do is be good to them. But guess what? If you don't, you will know better. Remember, Jesus said, even sinners do good to each other, to those that do good to them. But it takes more strength to do something nice for someone that has ridiculed you, has backstabbed you, and done talked all manner of evil against you. It's hard to treat them right. It's easy to treat somebody right that treat you right. That's easy. But it's a bigger challenge for you to do somebody right that done you wrong. The Jesus way. It's not easy, people. And I'm not going to sit here and tell you that, because everybody has their own specific strength. Strength and weaknesses, we all have them, period. But nevertheless, there are some of us that have grown of another level. We've reached another level than our counterpart, and we are able to do some things today that we wasn't able to do last week. But nevertheless, it's a growing process. But let me tell you who does the work. Jesus. Not you. Not me. Guess how? If it was left up to us, we wouldn't do nothing. Remember, y'all, it tell you plain as day. Jesus said, without me, you can't do nothing. Point blank. So the Jesus way is for us to surrender. Surrender our will. In other words, it's a lot of things that I find myself doing sometimes. I don't bit more want to do it as I'm looking in this camera. I don't bit more want to do it. But I have to surrender my will in order to do his will. You got to surrender yours. Remember, Jesus did the same thing. Remember, Jesus operated in the Spirit, in the power of the Holy Spirit. Just as he gave us the Holy Spirit, he operated in the power of the Spirit. He did not use his divinity. See, a lot of people think that Jesus did what he did in the power of his divinity. No. He didn't do that. That wouldn't have been fair. Because, see, we are not divine. If Jesus had done it in his divinity, it would not have done any good for him to do it like that. It would not have, how would I say, it would have not satisfied salvation. The justice of God would have not been satisfied, because it was man that sinned, and it had to be from a man to get redemption. So Jesus, as a man filled with the Spirit, he paid the debt because he surrendered his will. And because Jesus was able to surrender his will through him living in us, we will be able to surrender ours. You heard what I said, didn't you? I didn't say it with us, did I? I said, with him living in us, we will be able to surrender our will through him. And that's the only way, because if we rely on us, I'm going to tell y'all something. You relying on middleman to do something, you'll be relying on a broken stick. Because middleman ain't able to save his own self, let alone you. So what we need to do is go back to the basics, people. Jesus, go back to the cross. Everything was done at the cross. Remember what he said? It is finished. So now we got to go through him. And this is the way we get our being, and we live our lives accordingly. And we will be awakened, I should say, at the last day. Remember, Jesus said, my sheep hear my voice. They know my voice, and another they will not follow. I know each one of my sheep by name, and I'm going to wake them up at the last day. Remember, he told us that. We can truly count on it. We can put all our confidence in what Jesus said, because if he said it, we can surely rely on it. But remember, the Jesus way is always the better way. The Jesus way. Think about it. Think back to the Mount of Beatitude. Sermon on the Mount. Jesus said, bless those that curse you. Do good to those that despitefully use you. You see, people, when we surrender like that, that's great gain. That's great gain. But when you do it, but remember, give God the glory. It is not you. We all get kind of fixated on that. We think we get a few victories and then we think it is us. But it's never us. Never by middleman. Middleman can't do nothing. And the only reason the little stuff you might see in middleman do is because Jesus is doing it through middleman. Because if it was left up to middleman couldn't do nothing and can't do nothing. And neither can you. Remember, the Jesus way, the only way. It's middleman saying, whatever you get into, God not in it, please, ma'am, please, sir, come out of it. We're going to come to nothing. To the next video, next Bible study, whichever comes first. Peace. Goodbye.